Hey, stop right now.
Say the name.
Hey, let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
Case 1. Say my name. On the 1st of September, 2022, a man walked into a Walmart, took something off the shelf that he had no means of paying for, and then, when he was stopped, simply would not go. The staff phoned the police, but by the time the officers arrived, the item in his hands had become the least unusual thing about him. He would not say who he was.
What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, check this out. Look at me real quick.
Yeah, look at you.
Hey, anything that you're willing to buy, they don't want you to buy it. So I need you to come to the front with me. I'm gonna explain it when I get to the front, all right? Just come with me right now.
Police 503-1046.
I'm 10-4. I was trying to tell 677 we was in the electronic section, but I think the gentleman is gonna walk with me to the front of the store.
Shoes paid for it.
Nah, they don't want you to, they're not gonna let you buy them.
Why is that?
They don't want you to buy them.
I'll just skin them. Like I'm supposed to get them by
Let
rights.
me hold them. I got them. Put them down.
It's all right.
You can't buy them.
You're all right.
They're not gonna let you buy
I'm
them.
taking it.
Listen, this is where if you don't listen to me, you go to jail. So put them down.
I'm taking it.
Listen.
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me. You don't have any time.
Hey.
The officers brought him down and cuffed him quickly, and from that point on, the entire encounter collapsed into a single unanswered question. His name. He refused to give it. Instead, he handed the question straight back to them. He kept insisting that the officer say his name as though it were something the officer already carried and was simply choosing to withhold.
Stop. You can roll over. I'm not trying to choke you. But if you're going to act like that, I'm going to do whatever I need to do. Stop.
Stupid, call their name.
You're going to roll them over.
Say their name.
Say their name. Go this way.
Say their name. Say their name. Say their name. Say my name.
Stapling.
Say my name.
Hey, if you don't give up, you're going to be
Say my
tased.
name.
You're going to get tased. Bro,
Say my name. That's how you say my name. Say my name. Say my name.
just calm down.
You can say my name.
Probably 1, 2, 3.
I don't know.
Let me hold traffic still, though.
Copy.
I'm not familiar with him.
Say my name.
You got to step down like this.
Say my name.
They tried to reason with him. They laid it out plainly. The jail would not process him or let him go without knowing who he was. And until he told them something, he would sit in a cell going nowhere. It didn't move him at all. And when they finally pressed him hard enough to get an answer, what came out wasn't a name so much as a series of them. Marty, then Mighty Mo. No surname that held still from one moment to the next. No birth date, no address, nothing that could be checked against anything real. Then he said something the officer clearly had no filing system for. He told them there were far more of them than there were of the police. Not more of him, more of us. The officer let the line pass and went back to the paperwork. But on the recording, it sits there like a hairline crack running through an otherwise routine arrest. A man with no name and no proof of existence, calmly speaking on behalf of something larger than himself. None of the pieces ever fit together. He'd carried no money and no card, no way to purchase the thing he refused to surrender, and no way to demonstrate that he was anyone at all. He hadn't turned violent the way people usually do when they're caught. He had simply fixed himself to one idea, that his name was information the officers were meant to already possess, and that speaking it aloud was their responsibility, not his. They loaded him into the car, still asking, and he was driven away, still refusing. As far as any record has ever shown, they never did find out who he was. If someone is fixed on a single strange idea, can't give a real identity, and speaks for us, that's often a sign of a mental health episode, not defiance. The thing that helps is staying calm, not arguing with what they're saying, and getting the right responders involved. In the US, you can call or text 988 to reach trained help who can step in safely. Case 2, the Christmas countdown. On Christmas morning in 2020, a 63-year-old man named Anthony Quinn Warner rolled his RV onto Nashville's 2nd Avenue. And what happened next is like something straight out of a movie. People nearby didn't wake up to sirens. They woke up to a creepy robotic woman's voice blaring out of the vehicle, telling everyone around it to get out of the area right now.
This
This area must be evacuated now. If you can hear this message, evacuate now. If you can hear this message.
And then it got so much worse. A little after 6 a.m., the voice started counting down. This thing, it warned, was going to detonate in 15 minutes. In the body cam footage, you can watch Nashville officers running block to block in the dark, waving people back. And one of them says out loud exactly what all of us are thinking, that this is like a scene out of The Purge.
So you're not doing anything wrong, okay? You're not in trouble, but there is something serious happening down the roadway.
Go for 11.
Okay? Do you mind going down to Second and
Where do
Broad?
they need to go when they are evacuated?
That's so weird. That's like something out of a movie.
Like The Purge?
Yeah.
Evacuate now.
Watching the
Evacuate now. Stay clear, vehicle. Stay clear, vehicle.
Then it gets even eerier. In between its warnings, the RV starts blasting an old 60s song, a happy little tune about heading downtown to cheer yourself up, playing right on top of a countdown to its own explosion. You can't make this up. And the voice wasn't bluffing. 15 minutes later, boom. The RV blows up right next to the Atant building, ripping through dozens of buildings, collapsing some of them, and knocking out phones and 911 service across multiple states.
Commander 425, are you 10-4?
He's in 4.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
No, I guess.
Where's your car? Okay, go to your car. What's going on?
217, myself and 215 are all front row. Command, make sure all units are direct. There may be ammo in that vehicle. We don't need anybody coming up the 2nd Avenue exposed.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good, man. I appreciate it.
Somehow, only 8 people were injured. The one person who died was Warner himself, still inside the vehicle. And when investigators dug into his past, what they found was pretty disturbing. Warner was a paranoid loner who'd gone all the way down the rabbit hole. 5G conspiracy theories, and even a belief in shape-shifting lizard people. More than a year earlier, someone had already warned police he was building bombs in an RV outside his home. And in his final weeks, he told an ex-girlfriend he had cancer and started quietly giving all his stuff away. But here's the strangest part. The FBI eventually concluded he acted completely alone, that this wasn't terrorism, and that he'd picked that early holiday hour on purpose to cause massive damage, while trying not to actually kill anyone. Years later, the lead agent revealed the wildest detail of all. In his own writings, Warner believed in reincarnation, and was convinced he needed one enormous, high-energy event to break free of what he called a reincarnation loop. He got his event, the city remembers it, but the real reason why died with the one man who never walked away. Those officers did the one thing that saves lives. When a real threat is announced, you move away from it and get everyone else moving too. You do not stay to film it. Case 3, A Night in the Forest. Around 8 o'clock on the evening of September 30th, 2021, 3 little kids, 2 6-year-olds and a 7-year-old, vanish on the edge of the Sam Houston National Forest, north of Houston. They'd started down a short trail the neighborhood kids used all the time to walk between homes and stay off the busy road. But somewhere along the way, they wandered off it to go play by a dry creek. And just like that, they had no idea which way was home. By nightfall, the search is massive. Helicopters, drones, tracking dogs, off-road vehicles, hundreds of searchers from multiple agencies. And then, of course, the rain rolls in. These kids are still out there in it, in the pitch dark, soaked, all night long. It's honestly terrifying to think about. The next morning, a local guy who knows this forest like the back of his hand decides to go looking on his own. And a little after 9:30, about a mile from where the kids first wandered in, he finds all 3 of them, alive. The cell signal out there is so bad he can barely get a call out, but he finally reaches 911, dispatch pins his location, and they steer a nearby deputy straight to him. And the deputy's body cam catches the whole thing.
Come on, can y'all come to me? Come to me. Yeah, come to me. There's an opening right here. Come on, kids, come to me.
let me in over here last night, so I just took off around the back. I've been looking all night long.
Yes, sir. I have all
Jesus
3
is
children.
Good, ain't he? Ain't Jesus good?
He's good. Kids, I'm the police. Are y'all ready to get out of the woods? Come on,
then.
buddy.
Let's get out of here. You got cheeseburgers in your car?
We're going to get something to eat. Okay? You want to hold my hand? We'll get out of here.
The kids have got leaves and branches stuck in their hair. They'd spent the entire night sheltering under a fallen tree. And yet somehow, on the footage, they're in amazing spirits as the deputy walks them out to the clearing where a line of patrol cars is waiting. They'd been lost for over 24 hours, and mostly they were just hungry. But here's the part that'll get you.
Here, let's pick this. Grab hold of that. There you go.
You're really strong.
Am I really strong?
I don't think
Lose your shoe? I got you. Thank you, fellas. Y'all got it? Come on, kids. Let's come out to the road. All right. Whoa, good. What? There you go, buddy. Look at you. You made it.
When investigators asked how they survived, the kids explained that their parents had taught them one simple rule. If you ever get lost, stay together and wait for a grown-up to come find you. And that's exactly what they did. Paramedics checked them out, confirmed not a single one of them was hurt, and sent them home. Case closed. Teach your kids the exact rule that saved these 3. If you're lost, stop, stay together, and stay put. Wandering almost always drags a lost person farther from the people searching for them. Hug a tree and wait is a lesson worth drilling until it's automatic. And for adults heading into the wild, tell someone your route, and when you'll be back, carry a whistle. 3 sharp blasts is the universal call for help. And a light and never forget your phone can lose signal at the exact moment you need it most. Case 4. The Man Who Waved. Just after midnight on September 9th, 2019, an Albuquerque cop drives past a traffic stop already in progress. Car pulled over, red and blue lights flashing. Totally normal, right? Except the vehicle running the stop has 0 markings on it, and the guy carrying it out isn't even in uniform. He's in plain clothes, jeans, a black polo, a ball cap, with a little star-shaped badge on his belt. And then this guy does the dumbest thing imaginable. As the real officer drives by, he waves at him. That wave is what blows the whole thing wide open. The officer turns around.
I'll talk to him for a minute. What's going on? Let's just talk back here real quick. Who do you work for?
Early country club.
Oh, okay.
I know, I'm under-equipped.
Okay, because normally you do, if you're out here, man, if you're making a traffic stop, you're just gonna have to stop, dude. Alright? Do you have an ID with you?
I mean, this is all I got. I mean, like I said, I'm under-equipped. I was just heading over there to the courthouse.
To the courthouse for what?
To get my crap.
Okay.
I know, it makes no sense. I caught him going 120 down I-40.
Okay. Why do you have lights on this vehicle?
Personal. I know.
Do you have an ID with you at all?
No, I keep it on my uniform.
The guy says his name is Brendan Wazinski and claims he's a sheriff's deputy. He says he caught the other driver doing 120 on the interstate. But he's got no ID on him. His excuse? He left it in his uniform.
And I'm not here to mess with you, man. It's just the thing is, yeah, he was speeding, dude. You could have called it in. And, because if you get into shooting, you're screwed.
Right.
All right, man?
I understand.
All right.
For starters, I know this looks really bad.
Right.
This looks really bad. This screams whacker.
Right. How long you been on?
About 3 years.
Okay. I've been on for like 13 years. All right, so.
And when the officer runs his name, it comes back to no agency anywhere. So the cop does the smart thing and sticks him in the back of the cruiser to wait for a supervisor. And it takes less than 5 minutes for this guy to completely fold. He just blurts it out. He's not a cop. He bought the badge online.
What's up, man?
Alright. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. I'm not a cop.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna be honest.
That badge from?
I bought it offline.
Okay. Do me a favor, stay in here, okay? For a second.
When a supervisor shows up and looks at the badge, it looks real, but it's not current. So now Wasinski switches his story and says it belonged to his late father, a former deputy. The sergeant doesn't recognize the name, and it doesn't even matter because on the same recording, less than an hour earlier, he already admitted he bought it himself. This guy is lying with video evidence rolling right in front of him, so they cuff him and the sheriff even rolls up to size up the situation. And honestly, you have to wonder how long this guy thought he was going to get away with pulling people over pretending to be a deputy, like he could just play vigilante forever with zero consequences. But it's back at the station where things really start to unravel. The cops try to get his full statement, and this guy just contradicts himself over and over, lying left and right to try to squeeze some sympathy out of the officers. He doubles down on the dead dad story, now claiming his father was a deputy who was killed in the line of duty 5 or 6 years earlier, and that's where the badge came from. Except it's a complete lie. He'd already admitted on camera, less than an hour before, that he bought it online.
And when I made contact with you, I noticed you had a badge. Where'd you get that badge from?
It belonged to my dad.
It belongs to your dad? When was
Well,
he?
it did.
It did? Is he still around, or did he pass away?
Well, he was killed.
Oh, he was killed, okay.
How he thought that was going to fly with video evidence rolling is anyone's guess. And then the reveals just keep coming. Turns out he's only 18 years old, even though he told the officer he was around 25 when he first got pulled over, which makes it extra sketchy when he suddenly claims he's married and needs to call his wife. At this point, it's impossible to tell which parts of his story are even remotely true and which ones are completely made up. But here's the moment that flips this from ridiculous to genuinely scary. A few seconds later, Wasinski casually admits he had a loaded weapon sitting in the glove compartment the whole time, a gun you couldn't even see earlier in the video. Think about that. A compulsive liar, an irresponsible teenager playing cop on the side of a highway, with a loaded gun within arm's reach. It's pretty horrifying to imagine what he might have done if he'd been given a few more days or weeks to keep playing vigilante. He gets charged as an adult for impersonating an officer. And guys like this don't always stay this harmless for long. The next fake cop proves exactly how dark it can get. Case 5. Vanished into thin air. On June 6, 2024, a video hit the internet that people still can't wrap their heads around. The caption said it all: woman vanishes into thin air on the road. And what it shows is a female officer during what looks like a totally routine traffic stop. She's pulled over a woman named Sarah. Everything seems normal. The officer runs through the usual questions. Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle? No, of course not. All right, sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back. So the officer walks back toward her patrol car, and about a second later, she notices Sarah's registration is expired, so she turns around to go tell her, and Sarah is gone.
Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
No, of course not.
All right. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Your registration is What the?
Sarah?
What the heck? Sarah? 3201.
And then the video does something that makes it even eerier. It replays the exact same moment from a second angle, the dash cam. So you can sit there and watch a grown woman disappear from a car all over again. No door opening, no movement, nothing. So how do you explain that? Case 6, the man who kept getting up. On the 16th of March, 2023, police were called to a house after someone reported that a young man was acting in a way that simply didn't add up.
Hey, stop right now. Stop. Relax.
He just jumped
John,
on
so he
the
just jumped on the banister again.
Speak back.
Relax. What's going on? Why are you jumping like that? Are you hurt?
When the officers walk in on the body cam footage, they find him standing beside the railing of a staircase. With no warning and no lead up, he climbs onto it and lets himself drop, falling to the floor below. A short while later, he does the exact same thing again. His family tells the officers this isn't the first time. He's already done it several times in the last half hour. Before they arrived, he'd thrown himself off the deck outside, a fall of 7 or 8 feet, picked himself up and gone right back to do it once more. He'd hurt his shoulder badly enough that they'd driven him to the emergency room where he was looked over and sent home. And not even that had stopped him. The strangest part isn't the falling, it's how completely still he becomes in between.
You want to talk outside? What's going on? Are you hurt? You not talking to me is not going to solve anything. We have to figure out what's going on. That's not normal. Do you want to talk to me? Or are you just going to stand there? Back up. Hey, relax. I'm not trying to fight you or anything, okay? Because that obviously wasn't normal, what I just saw.
Yeah, he jumped 3 times in the space of last half an hour.
Okay, are you injured at all?
He hurt his left shoulder blade.
Okay.
Doing cartwheeling. I took him to emergency. They checked it out, he's fine. But that didn't stop him from jumping again. He also jumped outside from the...
Can you just...
few times. The lake is like 7-8 feet down. Land is 7-8 feet down.
Okay.
He jumped that and then he started jumping here.
Over here.
The officers try to speak to him and get nothing back. He fixes his eyes on theirs and says not a word. He makes no threats and asks for nothing. He just stands there watching them. And every so often his hands quietly curl into fists on their own, as if something else is deciding when they close. One of the officers keeps his tone low and even, telling him that whatever this is, it isn't worth it. That no one thinks he's a criminal, that they only want to be sure he's all right. The young man barely reacts, and when he finally moves, it's toward the officer, slow and silent, in a way that puts the whole room on edge without a single word being spoken.
Nobody's in trouble or anything. The fact that you keep moving and shuffling towards me like you're about to swing on me or something is disturbing for me. I see what you're doing. You're trying to get into some type of position to try and flank me or whatever you're trying to do. And we're not going to go down this route, okay? Or you're going to try and run. You're not going anywhere right now, okay? Hey.
Stop resisting. You're under arrest. You are under arrest, buddy.
Get in the head position.
Hands now!
I got this hand. All right, stop fighting. Just relax, okay?
When he lunges, it takes several officers to bring him under control, and he's taken into custody. His parents watched all of it unfold inside their own home, and they had no explanation for any of it. Neither did the officers. He wasn't drunk, he wasn't demanding anything. He had hurled himself off things hard enough to injure his own body and kept coming back for more, all while looking at the people in front of him as though he were staring straight through them. The report records the charges he was booked on. What it doesn't contain, what it can't contain, is any account of the thing everyone in that house actually stood and watched that night. A man, silent in his own home, throwing himself down again and again and rising to his feet every single time. If someone is hurting themselves, seems to feel no pain, and can't respond to you normally, that's a medical and mental health emergency, not something to reason them out of. The thing that helps is staying calm, not crowding them, clearing anything nearby they could get hurt on, and getting the right responders there fast. Case 7. The zombie attack. This footage was reportedly captured on both a police dash cam and a body camera. Officers got dispatched after witnesses called in a violent assault. But the reason behind the call was so bizarre, the responding officer figured it had to be a prank. Because according to the caller, this wasn't a normal fight. Someone was literally eating another person, a zombie attack. Still, the officer decides to check it out. And when he pulls up and steps out of his car, what he walks into is straight out of a nightmare. A man straddling another person on the ground, tearing into his flesh with his teeth.
Hey, let me see your hands! 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 Hey! 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 Hey!
But the man doesn't even look up. He just keeps going. So what on earth is this? Cannibalism? Some kind of drug-induced psychosis? Someone completely, violently out of their mind? How do you even begin to explain something like this? For a second, you almost catch yourself wondering the unthinkable. Could zombies actually be real? The officer pulls his weapon and fires warning shots, still screaming for the man to put his hands up. Nothing. The so-called zombie doesn't react at all. He's completely locked in, totally consumed by what he's doing. More shots follow. He still doesn't flinch, and it reportedly took a fourth shot to finally bring him down. And here's the part that really gets people. After that, it said almost no further details were ever released, with some even claiming the whole case got quietly buried. The fact that something like this actually happened only makes it more disturbing. But if you're chasing the real answer, it probably isn't supernatural. Attacks almost exactly like this have happened in real life, and they've been linked to powerful drugs that can trigger extreme psychosis, terrifying aggression, and an almost inhuman resistance to pain. And honestly, that might be scarier than any zombie. Case 8. The van on Highway 84. On January 30th, 2017, New Mexico police get a chilling call from a witness all the way over in Nevada. The guy says he just watched a woman get hauled out of her Las Vegas apartment by a man and thrown into a white van with Texas plates. The cops put out an alert, and in less than 24 hours, they track down that exact van and move in on the driver and the passenger. They get both suspects out of the vehicle, and then the officers walk up to that white van, look inside, and find something incredibly disturbing.
Put a camera on this thing. Got a camera. You need a...
Oh my God, thank you.
Okay.
Got it? Rolling?
I got throwing.
Okay,
Okay, we're gonna get you out of here, okay?
I got pictures of her and I got pictures of the chains.
You can hear it in their voices as they scramble for a camera, because inside, chained to the floorboards of the van, is a woman named Jane. The second the officer set her free, she tells them everything. The man driving that van was her ex-boyfriend, Jack. He'd broken into her apartment and taken her. And even though she fought as hard as she could, it didn't help. Jack was trained in mixed martial arts and was a lot bigger than her, and it took him almost no time at all to overpower her and drag her out of her own home. Jane figured it had to be her neighbors who saw the struggle and called it in, and it was that single 911 call that saved her life. Now here's where it gets weird. Once he's in the back of the police car, Jack doesn't seem the least bit worried that he's about to go away for a very long time. He's calm, he's chatty. He actually asks the officer driving him if he's got a favorite hymn, and then just starts softly singing the words to Amazing Grace on his way to jail.
You got a favorite hymn?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know. I've never been into them. What about you?
What about Amazing Grace? You like that one?
I'll take it.
And he wasn't working alone. His accomplice turns out to be 19-year-old Samuel Brown, sitting in a second cop car. Samuel asks if he can talk to the officer and admits he's scared of everything that's happening, but it's what the police uncover next that's the most disturbing part of all.
Is it okay to talk? Yeah. Anything. I'm just kind of scared. What are the police gonna ask me?
Jack and Samuel had a plan. They were going to take Jane to a cave in New Mexico, a cave Jack had personally dug into the side of a hill, where they intended to brainwash her into marrying one of them. Let that sink in. In the end, Jack was sentenced to life in prison. Samuel got a little over 5 years, and it's honestly terrifying to imagine where Jane would be right now if that one witness hadn't picked up the phone. Thank you for staying with me right to the end of this story. If you'd like to support the channel and help me keep bringing you true, disturbing videos caught on camera, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Every bit of support means more than you know.